I lost $12,000 to a manufacturer when I started selling on Amazon, and honestly, it was one of the most painful lessons that I've ever learned in business. In this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened, how it went wrong, and what I do now to make sure that it never happens again. Because this mistake could have easily been avoided if I knew what I know today. So, let's get into it. I had a product that was already performing well, sales were coming in, things were looking solid, but I wanted to increase my profit margins. My cost of goods was a little high, so I figured that I could reach out to a new manufacturer to get a lower price since my manufacturer wasn't budging on the price, and this would help me increase my profit margin and scale faster. Simple logic, right? Well, that's where the whole problem started. My original manufacturer wouldn't budge on price even though I was ordering more units, so I decided to start looking for a new one. I still had some inventory at Amazon left, so I figured that I had time to test a new supplier. After searching on Alibaba, I found a manufacturer who was offering a significantly lower price for the same quantity and quality. Everything looked good. Professional page, Alibaba trade assurance, good communication. So I ordered a sample and the sample quality was great. But then they asked if we can move the conversation over to WhatsApp. Rookie mistake number one? I said yes. I thought, what could possibly go wrong? They seemed legitimate and moving to WhatsApp made communication faster. I got the samples and they were great, so I thought I was in the clear. Everything was good, so I placed my bulk order. Now, this was before I would ship my inventory from my manufacturer directly to Amazon's fulfillment centers. Back then, I used to just have all of the inventory sent to me. I also didn't know how important third-party inspections were back then. That one step could have saved me $12,000. So the shipment arrives and I start opening boxes. And at first I thought just a few units were damaged in shipping, and then I start opening more boxes and it hit me, this product is completely different than the sample that I ordered. The quality was awful, terrible materials, and I realized that 90% of that inventory was unsellable. And my stomach dropped. I realized that I made a massive mistake. So I went back and messaged them on Alibaba on the original chat and they responded quickly. They even added a manager to the chat and he apologized. He was like, "We're very sorry this happened. Please file a dispute on Alibaba and we'll refund you the money and we'll reproduce your order." So I thought, okay, cool. They're gonna make this right. I filed the dispute, went to bed relieved, and then woke up to chaos. The manufacturer responded to the case saying that I lied and that the product in the pictures was not even the same product. They denied everything. And since I took communication off of Alibaba, trade assurance couldn't protect me. I was shocked. I had all of the proof, but none of that mattered because I broke Alibaba's communication policy and sent the manufacturer a direct wire transfer. At this point, I had wired the manufacturer $12,000 and Alibaba told me that they couldn't step in and help. So I called my bank hoping that they can reverse the wire transfer, and the rep that I spoke with was super helpful and said that they would look into it. A few days later, I get a call from the bank and they're like, "Mr. Basha, was this a credit card payment or did you send a wire transfer?" I was like, "No, it was a wire." They were like, "Oh, we thought it was a credit card payment. We could have reversed the charge then, but because it was a direct wire, there's nothing we can do." That's when it really sunk in. The money was gone. $12,000 vanished. No refunds, no recourse, and no products that I can sell. That experience taught me some hard lessons that I still follow today. Never take communication off of Alibaba. Always use trade assurance or pay with a credit card for your first few orders. Always do a third-party inspection, verify your manufacturer, and start with a small test run order. These days, I don't play around when it comes to sourcing. Every product goes through a pre-shipment inspection. I keep all communication on Alibaba, and I pay my first orders through a credit card using Alibaba Trade Assurance. and every shipment now goes directly from my manufacturer to Amazon's fulfillment centers. Losing $12,000 hurt, but it also made me a better Amazon seller. Sometimes you have to pay for your lessons in business, but the goal is to only have to pay for them once. If you're new to Amazon, learn from my mistakes. They say a smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Now, if you want to learn exactly how I source products safely nowadays, and have my exact guide on how to start, launch, and scale your Amazon business, be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass linked in the description of this video. It is the Harvard of Amazon FBA private label education, where you'll have direct access to me as your mentor along your entire journey, a one-on-one call with me, weekly group coaching calls, access to our private Facebook community, and all of the services that I've built for my students, like the product selection option, where based on the criteria that I use and teach, I'll select your product for you. Our in-house freight forwarder, where on average students save 30 to 50% on shipping. Our listing creation service, where the same team who creates my high converting Amazon listings will create yours. Our sourcing service, inspection service, trademark service, and so much more. If you've ever been interested in learning how to sell on Amazon or want to learn how to take your Amazon brand to the next level, you can apply for the AMZ Masterclass in the link in the description. But on that note, if you got value from this video, don't forget to like and comment. It really helps out the channel a lot. And subscribe, because I'm on the road to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And as always, have a blessed day, ladies and gentlemen.